this on this platform, that what I don't usually hear women talk about, especially those in Africa, what I really don't hear you talk about is your air quality. People will tell me, okay, I went to the hospital, but the doctor says everything is fine. The doctor says my husband is okay, and I'm also okay. My sister, if everything is okay and you still haven't given birth, it means everything is not okay. Do you know your air quality? Do you even know that when you have your menses, you are able to release eggs? All these are factors that it's your fertility doctor that has to tell you, my sissies. You're seeing your doctor. We have doctors that you visit, we call them généralistes in French. Those généralistes, those are little doctors who prescribe paracetamol, something for cough, something for, you have round stool, or maybe you have malaria. Those are general doctors. But fertility doctors, he would ask you to go and have a full fertility checkup. And that fertility checkup, you do it when you have the first day of your menses. First day of your menses, that is when you will go for that fertility checkup. And when you go for that fertility checkup, this same fertility doctor would wait when you are ovulating. He would ask you to come back to the hospital, and then he would see, because the time that you are ovulating, so that he will see from his echography if in your tummy you were able to even have some eggs or follicles in there. But going to just see one doctor who will frighten you, so you can't have kids for the rest of your life, and you sit and cry over it, that doctor, and he's even forgotten you as a patient. He's taking his money and he's forgotten about you. Let's not be so stressed out with the messages that come from doctors who don't even give us hope that we're going to have kids. And also, if one doctor tells you that this is what is going on, don't just listen to that doctor. Go and consult maybe 3 or 4 doctors, my sister. Every doctor has something to tell you. That is when you know that they're speaking the same medical language. You'll be surprised going to see 5 doctors. They will tell you 5 different things. You'll be like, but the first doctor didn't tell me that too. But the second doctor says I don't have this all. Now, why is the third doctor telling me it's not possible? Why is the fourth doctor telling me it's possible? So, my dear sisters, come on, we are all intellectuals. Don't lose hope. If you haven't given birth, my sister, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Keep on praying. Look, people have invested so much in artificial insemination. It didn't even work out. And don't think that if you haven't been able to conceive, the only option you have right now is for you to go in for artificial insemination. What even proves that there's artificial insemination, we have it and it would work? Let's not forget that there is God. Let's not forget that there is Allah. There is a living God. Some people forget God and they have all their hope and all their trust in medical issues that the medical personnel can help them. In whatever you do, it's Allah. Whatever you do, it's God. Whatever you do, my dear sister, look, can you imagine that you've spent you've saved so much money. Maybe you've saved, let's say you've saved maybe 200 million, or maybe you've saved maybe 6,000 euros, or you saved 7,000 euros for artificial insemination. You went for the treatment, your husband and you, and they inserted that egg in you, but within 1 week, 2 weeks now, it didn't work. No one bets now. Hey, you'll be so sad to the sense that you would even want to commit suicide and kill yourself. You'll be like, I thought that this was my last hope. It's like your last hope. Allah hasn't spoken. Allah hasn't put that baby in there for you. It's not that He's forgotten you. He will give you when He wants to. He will give it to you when He wants to. if you're on this platform and any doctor has said to you that, when your fallopian tubes are blocked also, it's very difficult for the flow of blood. So for you to have your menses, in some cases when your fallopian tubes are blocked, you don't have menses or menses and back. Your monthly flow doesn't come because your fallopian tubes are blocked. But in the hospital, fallopian tube, there are tubes. They do have a small, it's not very hurtful, a small operation. They will have a machine that they will insert in your vagina to unblock the fallopian tubes. Yes, I'm pretty sure they have that in Ghana. I'm pretty sure they have it wherever you are watching me from. Go online, Google it, put messages on platforms anonymously and ask. I'm pretty sure somebody might have been in your situation with a blocked fallopian tubes, and she will tell you where they unblocked for her. Let's not keep everything to ourselves. Look, we are so fortunate for our generation to have social media. With social media, what kind do you have on social media? So the information that you have on social media, it's even common appeal. The information you have on social media is rich, and the sources is very, very genuine than even putting a message on or something with the search engine Google. When you put information on social media, at least you have somebody who has been in your shoes before, and the person will be able to tell you, oh, my sister, I went to this place, so that was where they helped me. Look, we are here to help each other. We are here to help one another. If you can put a message on even my sister or wherever you want to put it. You don't want your name to come out. That is what we call anonymous message. You inbox the administrator, or you inbox whoever is in charge of the group, and the person will put it in the group for you. And the person will put it in the group for you, my sister. Not having a baby, my sister, look, but you won't kill yourself if you haven't had a baby, my dear sister. I know it's the wish of every woman in the world to have her own baby, to conceive her own child, that the child will say, Mama. But if it hasn't come, my sister, don't kill yourself. If it hasn't come, don't have sleepless nights out of that. If it hasn't come, my sister, continue to live. Be happy. Be happy to be alive. Be happy to have a husband. Some women had delayed pregnancy, but they were able to do it. Let's take examples like Nana Mama Brown. Let's take examples like Gifty Auntie in Ghana. Let's take examples like who else? If you have the names, just put the names on the comments. Sorry. Yeah. So some people have had delayed pregnancies, but my sister, they were able to have kids. And the very sisters who are here stressing out that we haven't had babies, my sister, your age is bruising. You are not that old, my sister. Some of the medical doctors, when you tell them your ages and you tell them, oh doctor, I haven't conceived, or he'll tell you that, look, there is still hope, you are very young. Because they've treated women who are about 50 and haven't given birth, and those women were able to conceive. Those women are today mothers when they were supposed to be grandmothers. But my sister, there is no challenge when it comes to having kids. There is no challenge. Thank you, Fauzi. Thank you. Look, if you haven't had kids, don't stress yourself, and don't think about the society. The society doesn't live in you. You live in you. You are you. The society, they would always be there. People who would say negative things just to make you feel very bad, they would always be there. Those people, you have to ignore them. People that you know that they wouldn't uplift you with encouraging messages. When you see them, you greet them and then you walk past. Don't spend time listening to all those things that are going to depress you. Thank you. The CC says, delayed is certainly not denial. Thank you. There's no way having a child, sometimes someone can be very rich, but the person hasn't got a child. is having all the wealth in the world doesn't guarantee you that you have a child. If it hasn't come, it's the will of Allah. You have to be patient and pray over it, my sister. But there are also some things that you can do to help yourself. For example, if you're a sister on this platform, you know that you have PCOS. If you have PCOS, there are some things that you have to cut off from your menu. And when you're trying to conceive, you have to just cut off sugar in your system. You know, sometimes, I know you can deal without it, you know, especially ice cream and all that from time to time. But there's some things that you have to cut off your menu. There are some things that you have to cut off from eating. And no. More being kun yeah, dear. But my sister will be kun saying, and as I to her, we're feeling so bad, and I'm enough for phone now. Miniaki to crampo warren and say, I cry, I'm a bushing in a minute, I'm coming away. When you name Yamade Babe Mam. Do you know name Yamade Babe Mam? Sabi obit me wo na ne ba ne kra after years na sabi akola na frimu akola na wu ma me ne kra na waka baby. In life, there's something we have to know in life. That is, when you have kids, the kids don't belong to you. Even those with kids don't belong to us. Kids belong to Nipakwa and Nakupombe man acquainting. Try and leave your kids. You can give birth early and leave your kids, and somebody else will take care of your kids in your absence. We've seen so many women. Some have lost their lives during pregnancy. Others also before pregnancy. Others also, they couldn't even conceive and they died. But if you are happy to be alive, if you are blessed to be alive, my sister, why you say to yourself that alhamdulillah, you are happy to be alive, because you know that Allah will definitely bring that baby to you, that beautiful and that baby who is going to do a lot of things in your life. You know, it's great to be a mother, but it is also great to be a wife, my sister. Before you are a mother, become a wife, and you are happy to be a wife. And see, that is something that some women are also dying to be. Some women are still single. Almost those women who are single, they haven't got husbands yet, and they haven't conceived yet, and they don't know when that is going to happen. But you have a husband, my dear Sissy. You have a husband. It's just another step in your life, and that is surely, inshallah, it would come. You know, it's not only in the African society that people talk asking you if you've conceived or not. How many kids do you have? You see, Makeya says it's very, very true, because some are living but they don't have access to their kids. Look, some women, thanks for this this comment, some women have given birth and they've gone insane, and some people are taking care of their kids in foster homes. And also swear, some women have given birth and they are now handicapped, or they can't even enjoy motherhood. People have to take care of them and their kids. And also swear, look, my sisters, let's be grateful. Let's be grateful. I know it's hard. I know that the battle is very hard because of societal pressure. But my sister, don't you care? Don't you give a damn about the society? The society would always be there. Society would always criticize everything that you do, whether you do good, whether you do bad, whether you don't even talk, whether you are mumu crampo, society will talk. Until there's nothing we can do about those people in the society who are like that. There are some people who were born to be like that. They always criticize. They like criticisms. But let them criticize you. Let them you. But be you. Be you. Build yourself. Build yourself. You should also find something doing, my dear Yummy. Oh, no. Now, me, you see Yummy. I say Sisi. Abarake Barai. Yes, my dear Sisi, mature smarter. Look, people would always talk about you, and some women, the very women there are some women, they even experienced worse situations when they were trying to conceive, but once they have even one child, they think they've also reached until it becomes some sort of concurrence, that when they see you, because I'm much kiba. How do you call that? Allah ya you, or I don't know how you say that in Hausa, but some women, instead of saying akoy Allah kereki ya nkurin, Allah ya ba chicken na yazo, they equal Allah kin samu chicken. That is how a woman should talk to her fellow woman. But if you are a woman and you are always saying things to bring your other woman down, my sister, and you're fine, it's not nice. It's not something that women should be doing. Women should be there to support each other, because there are some pains that it's only women who feel the pain. There are some pain men can't feel the pain. For instance, if your fellow woman is telling you about how hard it is to be pregnant, and explaining to a man, the man wouldn't feel it, just feel it, because we all know how it is when someone tells you that you haven't conceived, as if you are barren. Nobody is barren. We are barren. It's just that we don't have the same. Some people are lucky when they get pregnant. The very month they get pregnant, they are able to get pregnant. The very month they get married, they are able to get pregnant. Others also, it takes months. Others years. Others it takes years. And so be any day nyame ahyehyama no. The fact that when you insane say no, interest say won't be insane. And please, when you are going to see doctors, go in for fertility doctors and stop seeing your family doctors. Those family doctors are not fertility doctors. We have something called fertility doctors. It's those fertility doctors, their duty and what they do there is to help you with where the problem is, and to help you to conceive. Now, if you are trying to conceive and you are going to see your general doctor, your doctor will never tell you that is not his job. He would even feel shy to tell you, say that is not his job. He will continue taking money from you. Even if it's folic acid that he will give you. Folic acid, you can even take that over the bar from the pharmacy. Having a folic acid, you don't need to go and see a doctor for a folic acid. Do you need to go and see the doctor for a folic acid? Oh, come on now, sisters. Let's be serious. We'll call a doctor for folic acid. Folic acid, you can get it fertility, how do you call it? Fertility tablets and vitamins. You can get that in the drugstore. But you should go and see a good fertility doctor. Fertility doctor na never wow. Now general doctor won't mean be na ngaba aiki na bawo. Bata ya tafa mukudi wurin ki aiki na bata kudi. Ni tai shurun baki zuwa kuma. If he keeps quiet, he wouldn't come again. He wouldn't get anything from you. But if he keeps, you would always come and he would always get money from you. Nti my sister, me pacho mama ye nim bie niema bi ho ai na sebe ya school na ya school ni nim say you can go and sit and talk to your how do you call it, your fertility doctor when you have a problem with your teeth. You have to go and see a dentist. That is the same in the medical specialties. We have medical fields. You have what, somebody who treats maybe a doctor who treats only the skin, just like lawyers. When we say lawyers, we have economical lawyers, we have lawyers for yes, time is a factor. Exactly. Time is a factor. But, when you are trying to conceive also, you don't have to stress yourself, because stressing can also delay pregnancy. When you stress yourself, every time in your mind, I want a baby. People have even been declared that they are more menopause crampo. They've been able to have kids. Until whatever happens in this world, and my sister, embrace it and say Alhamdulillah. It's Allah who gives. It's God who gives. He knows when He has to give you. Even if He has to give you at the age of 45, He will do it. Even if with this husband and is with a new, it's only Allah who decides. Some people, you'll be married to a man, but this is not the man that Allah has written in your, how do you call it, in your destiny to have kids with. Some women, it's not in their first marriage that they had kids. Some women, it's in their second marriage that they had kids with their husband. And see, sometimes we feel that we love our husbands too much, and this is my life partner. But Allah also puts in mind that this man is not your man. It's just a petit passage that maybe you would get married and have kids with another man. You know, there are some men, especially we Africans, everything we blame the woman. If there's no pregnancy, everything is focused on the woman. Boom, that is the woman who's not able to give birth. Sometimes also the problem is with the men. That is why when you go for your fertility checkup, make sure that you will not drag him there. He also have his test. You can't kill yourself every time. Look, there was one woman that I know. Every time this woman was going for fertility checkup, she would go and get herbal medicine from here, fertility, and say da 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 da. And one day she went to see one fertility doctor, and the doctor was where are the results of your husband? She was like, I'm the only one who comes. So my husband says he has no problem. Or the man has married 3 times without kids. Can you imagine? He's married 3 times without kids. The first time, the mom's mother thought it was the wife. The man divorced the wife. Sorry, second time, the man divorced the wife. Third time, the woman was struggling because she was educated. She's educated because she's still alive. Because she's educated, she wanted to seek help from fertility clinics and all that. So they really put pressure on her to bring the husband to the hospital. The husband went to the hospital, not knowing that the husband had a problem also. The man had a problem. The first wife, the man was given some exams. He was supposed to go for some fertility tests, and he didn't go for those tests. He put everything in his drawer. So when the lady came home and she was arranging documents, there was a drawer that drew her attention. She decided to open it, and there she realized that the man has had fertility issues before. So the man just cracked, and then he started crying that, please, I'm sorry, pardon me, I should have told you earlier, blah 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 blah. And sometimes, you know, let's not stress ourselves that everything comes from the woman. Sometimes men are also, they don't have a good quality of of sperm. Their sperm quality is not good. It's not because sorry to use that dirty word, it's not because your husband fucks you well that his sperm is of good quality. He has to have his sperm count checked also, if everything is okay with him. Because some men, but the factors are a lot, my sister. Sometimes also it's spiritual. Sometimes it's spiritual. Sometimes also maybe some, if I say spiritual, juju minawum, somebody has done something bad to you and you are not able to conceive. You'll be there, pregnancy is not coming, everything. When you go to the hospital, they tell you there's nothing wrong with you. When you come back home, you realize that you know and sense it yourself that you are not well. But as soon as you get to the hospital, that spirit they put in you, it will hide himself, and you go and they'll tell you that there's nothing wrong with you. And my dear sisters, long story short, let's not stress ourselves. Let's not stress ourselves. Let's go easy. Let's take things cool. If you are not working, please find something doing, because being at home the whole day also, when you think about pregnancy, my sister, is very heavy, and it's something that you can't find when you find something doing during the day, you are work, you are focused with your work, you are so busy, and you forget a little bit about being able to conceive. In the evening, when you come home, your husband is also home. In the evening, you come home, your husband is home, you are also home. You cook, you eat, and because of tiredness, you don't think too much about pregnancy. But with time, inshallah, it would come. So on this note, I would say let's take it easy. That inshallah, every woman on this earth, inshallah, will become a mother one day. Let's not stress so much, and let's also try our very best and stay away from people who always depress us with pregnancies, and women who always depress us with not being able to conceive, and people who really are there to cast our morale and to make us feel very, 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 very. So on this note, I thank every CC on this platform. Merci beaucoup à tout le monde. Je vous adore. Passez une bonne journée, and inshallah, maybe tomorrow or maybe after tomorrow, if Allah permits, inshallah. Okay, thanks to everybody. Yes, so my sister, we talked about fertility today, so maybe you can watch the short video also. And let's encourage women on this platform, because I know women are going through a lot. Yes, women are going through a lot, and we can bring, sometimes I put some funny posts out there just to make people laugh, for others to also release tension. So thanks everybody, and salam alaikum.